Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story, where I share with you the two things that I love, teaching and crochet. Today is Saturday, July the 6th, and I am here to do a little chit chat with you. I got to thinking about it, it's like, oh my word, it has been forever since I just sat down and let you know what it is I'm working on, what my plans are. So I thought I'd take this opportunity while it was a little quiet around here and nobody's demanding my time to just pop on and sit and chit chat for a bit. But before I get into all this yarny goodness that I want to show you, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that pop in every time I upload a video. You have no idea how well it makes me feel when you take a moment out of your busy day, because I know that we are all very busy with our lives, but it just makes all of us content creators feel so loved and accepted when you take just a few moments to check out, see what it is that we've uploaded for you. Those of you that are here for the first time, welcome into you as well. I do hope that you'll hang around and get just a little glimpse of the things that I like to do. And then all I ask of you is to maybe go and check out all the other stuff on my channel. If you like what you see, subscribe. Look for that bell with the little hugs on the side. It'll let you know every time I upload some content. So speaking of content, let's get to it. Now, if you follow me on Twisted Fiber Friends, we are up every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever your time zone is, you'll have to adjust for that. I do hope that you come and check us out. If not every weekend, at least, catch our replays, that kind of thing. If you need to know where to catch us, I will leave a link to at least when I pop up down in the description box. And my other cohorts, COCO with crochet, cocktails, crochet, and more. I think I have that right. I never can remember her channel name exactly. FROGGYWENTAKNITTING and Daniel from Paw Ply Guys. So I'll leave their links down there for you to go and check them out as well. But we are a group of 4 people that come together every Sunday, Twisted Fiber Friends, to give you some hints and tips, some tutorials. It is all about the yarn, folks. Some of it is patterns. We have just recently started having a time in which we invite other content creators to come up and to expose you to them. And if there's someone that you haven't subscribed to, give you an opportunity to see what it is that they're all about. And then hopefully that'll lead you to go and check out their channel as well. But anyway, in the last month, we uploaded a pattern that I designed for Twisted Fiber Friends. It is a market bag. Now, we had to do it in 2 episodes. I mean, we normally do. We cannot seem to pick a pattern that will only take us 1 weekend to do. But anyway, part 1 was released 1 week, and then we've had a few other things that were scheduled that kind of kept bumping it. But we did finish up the pattern this last week on Twisted Fiber Friends. Now, I had made the original, and then while Froggy was demonstrating it, I was following right along with her, and I didn't get finished, but I did want to show you where I am at on it. This is my second market bag from the same pattern, folks, and yes, I am using some of those schemes from the Red Heart Super Saver Granny Squares, that I bought to see if I could make the granny squares work, which Maureen can't. But it's okay, because it has worked out well in other things, such as hats and scarves and this beautiful little market bag that I designed. And I have another one that will be popping up on my channel pretty soon. But folks, you know what? It turned out well. Now, most people like to make their market bags, out of cotton. I choose acrylic because I feel that with all of the wear and tear that I put mine through, that the acrylic holds up a little better. You can make it out of whatever yarn you want to, and in fact, the pattern is so flexible you can make it large, larger, smaller, doesn't matter. All you have to do is be aware of your stitch counts, and it tells you in the pattern how to adjust for that. But anyway, I ran out of yarn, so I'm going to have to pop over to Michael's and pick me up a couple more skeins so that I can finish this out. But anyway, it's been sitting over there in the corner, and I thought I need to get to work on some whips before I start anything else. So this was one that I pulled out. Yep, she's going back in the whip bag because, like I said, I have no more, which who doesn't mind having to go buy more yarn, right? Well, that's where I'm at for this one. And you know I'm going to find something else to get. So that's one little whip that I was hoping to get done, but not happening. But I do want to show you some yarn that I picked up at Joann's weekend before last, I think. I know I've had it over a week. It was during one of their big clearance sales. I picked up some of the yarn to go in my June giveaway. So many of you have already seen that yarn. I didn't keep any of that because it was bought specifically for that. But I did pick up some yarn for myself. Now, I think I have seen this before at Hobby Lobby before they, cleared out all of the yarns and only kept their in-house yarns, the Yarn Bee, and their own I Love This Yarn brands, the cottons and that kind of thing. I think I saw this there. I'm not real sure. I do know that I only bought enough to work on a project at the time, but this is Lion Brand Sustainable Stitching Respun 100% polyester. Now folks, before I show you this, I want you to know, number one, it is super soft. I mean, really super soft. It has a little bit of a light halo on it, but not enough to change the weight that they have it labeled as. So the wrappers for these are all brown. Okay, they're all brown. Do I have that up right where you see it? There you go. It's 100% respun polyester, like I said. And all of these, now I bought a few colors, I'll show you those in a minute. All of these are a 10-ounce weight or 284 grams. Each skein has 658 yards. Now this does classify it as a 4-weight medium, but I'm going to say that that's probably closer really to a 4-weight light or a 3-weight, because it does seem to be a little thin to be a 4-weight, in my opinion. Okay, you can machine wash it on a gentle cycle and tumble dry it low. Obviously, don't bleach it and don't iron it. I always recommend that if you're going to take the time to make something out of yarn, I don't care what fiber it is, but if you're going to spend all that time on it, I always say hand wash it and lay it out to dry. Now on a blanket, no, I wouldn't do that. On my blankets, my big Afghans, I normally take them to the cleaners and tell them how I want it washed there, and that because number one, I want to keep the fiber good and strong. But that's probably the only thing that I would even throw in the wash machine if I wanted to. Now I did that a lot growing up with my Red Heart, because that's all I had access to. So it was nothing to wear it a few times, bring it home, throw it in the washer. Now we never put it in the dryer because Grandma would have shoot us, I'm sure. But we did either hang it up to dry or lay it across those wooden clothes hanger things, that you could, like an accordion, you could put it out and lay it on there. Now that was all our wearables, blankets and such like that just got hung out on the line. But anyway, this does say that you can machine wash it on a gentle cycle and tumble dry it low. Okay, let's see. If you wish to use this for knitting, the recommended hook for a 10 by 10 centimeter square, they recommend your needles to be oh folks, that is so little, a 7 or 4.5 millimeter, and for a crochet hook they recommend a, wowza, oh, an I, no, wait a minute, no, they say a J or a 6 millimeter hook. I don't think I would use a J on this, folks. I honestly don't. I think the largest I would use on this is a I. I'd probably be more comfortable with a G or an H, but that's me, you know. All right, so this color is pheasant. All right, this color here is pheasant. I think it's very, very pretty. The other color I chose is Sahara. Isn't that pretty? To me, it's like a really, really light mustard. But I love that color. Now this one here was my favorite, and I did get more than one of these. This is called Heliotrope. Look at that beautiful purple. Is that not gorgeous? And then the fourth color I picked up is called Amber. Now, you know me, I love my fall colors. So I bought this for a special project for myself. Don't you think those colors are going to be gorgeous together? I think so. I think they're very, very pretty. So I am really anxious to start working with this. Like I said, I think the only other time I've bought any was when Hobby Lobby carried it. But I may be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong before. I get all my stores mixed up of where I get things. And then while I was there, many of you know that some of us are going to be meeting up in Florida starting next week to get together to see our friends from across the pond, Daniel and Ash. And then too, it was just a great opportunity for those of us that could to come together and visit with one another. I mean, it's awesome that we get to see each other in Zoom and up on panels and through their own lives and content that they put up, but to finally get to see one another in person, you know, touch and hug and just love on one another. It's going to be an awesome time. So anyway, one of the young ladies that's coming, because of the way she's coming, she doesn't have, I don't think she's planning on bringing any yarn, or if she is, it's going to be very, very little. So I saw some yarn, and as soon as I did, I immediately thought of her. Now I'm not going to tell you who it is, and if she's watching this, she may not even make the connection. I don't know, but we'll see. I found some, let's see, this is also out by a line brand. It's called A Star is Born. It is baby soft. It is, let's see, a 4-ounce skein or 140 grams. There are 459 yards or 420 meters. It is a 60% acrylic and 40% nylon. Now this is a lightweight medium 3, and I totally agree with that. You can use a size 6 or 4 millimeter set of needles, or you can use a G size 6 or 4 millimeter crochet hook. It is machine washable and dryable, but it does recommend you don't bleach it and you don't iron it. You know, I'm going to stop here for just a minute. Do they really need to tell us not to bleach it? I mean, if it's a colored yarn, why would I want to bleach it? I mean, I want that color, don't I? And besides, if I don't want any color, I can just go out and buy white. So, I don't know. Why would they tell me not to bleach it? But anyway, there it is. So the first color I chose is called Natural Ecru. Has just a little bit of tinge of yellow, but I don't think it's going to show up there very well. Just a little tinge of yellow. And then this other one I bought, its colorway is called Mint. Now I did get these in what I consider to be neutral baby colors, but I did buy enough to make a nice little blanket if she so chooses, because as I said, it is a 3-weight, and I totally agree. There you go. That is a three weight, and like I said, I totally agree with that. But I bought her 2 skeins of each, and with them both being over 450 yards, you know, that right there is already over 1,000. That ought to make a nice little baby blanket. Or she might wish to make something else, like maybe some bonnets or booties or a romper. Who knows? It'll totally be up to her. But as soon as I saw this and saw it was on sale too, and oh my gosh, guys, when it says baby soft, they are not kidding. It is very, very soft, and it would be so awesome to wrap a little one up in it and snuggle with them, and the blanket too. I mean, it's going to be a nice one for her to get together with those little ones. Now, many of you know I've been here at Arlington at one of my daughter's houses here for a few weeks, and she's had her daddy busy building her a, you know, that name just popped out of my head again. It's not a gazebo, but it's one of those wooden structures, and it has the slats up on the top so the sun can still come down. Did it almost come in my head? No, it didn't. But anyway, she's had her daddy busy out there working on that. And she loves having her plants in the house. And she bought one the other day that is a mixture of Swedish ivy and something, I don't know. But anyway, it's already got a beautiful flow over the basket, and so she wants to hang it up. And she asked me, she said, you know, can you crochet a hanger? And I said, sure, I can crochet a hanger. So I showed her several tutorials, ones that are out there for her to get some kind of visual picture of. And she chose a design, you know, she liked the basket part of this one, she liked the string part of this one, she liked this one because it had beads on it. So I've kind of taken ideas from 3 or 4 that she liked, and I have started making one for her. Now, while I was there, and of course she was with me, so I made her choose out the colors that she wanted. So we found some Yarnspirations Burnett macrame. Now, I didn't know Burnett made macrame cording, but evidently they do. So this is a 5mm cord, you know, made out of the macrame. She chose 2 colors. One is entitled Burnt Orange, and the other one here is just teal. Now, these are the colors of her curtains in the room that they're going to be hanging in. And yes, it is a very bulky yarn. Not that Maureen likes to play with bulky, but you know, I want it to be sturdy enough to hold a potted plant. And this pot starts out with a 6-inch base, and then at the top it's almost an 8. So I wanted to make sure, you know, because you put, even though it's a plastic pot, you put the dirt in there, that makes it heavy. You put the plant in there, and of course it gets heavy depending on the size of the plants you put in there. Then you water it, yeah, it's going to get heavy. So that's the reason why I chose the macrame cord, so that we could make sure that it was going to hold it, because that's what we wanted. And I've started on the basket. So let me show you what I've done so far. She loved the granny square stitch. So that's what I've started out with. I gave it a nice solid bottom here for just a little while, and then I started with a 2-stitch granny stitch, and then gravitated to the 3-stitch granny stitch. Now I'm going to put 3 more rows on here, so it's going to probably bring it up here about this tall. And then we are just simply going to go, I'll do kind of a macrame type stitch for the arms of the hangers here, so that we can incorporate these beautiful wooden beads that I'll probably choose. I don't want to take them out of the bag because then I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. But you see these, oh, back up your finger, these here that have a little bit more of the orange or the burnt orange color for them. That's what I'm going to put, because I am going to use the teal for the hanging part here that comes up. And then it's all going to gather around a ring hook here so that she can hang it on the hooks. And then I'm going to come back and just add for her down here at the bottom, because she wants a little tassel. Yes. And I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that because this is really thick, but I mean, I'm thinking about it in my mind. I will try to, I mean, I'm going to test my theory here and see what I think. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unwind it, you know, cut my lengths that I want, then just unwind it and let it go from there. And then I'll tie it up and stitch it up on there. So that, folks, right now is what I've been working on, what I've been up to. The only other thing that I hope to be able to show you in the next few days is my Four Seasons mosaic blanket. Folks, I am halfway through the last color on there, which means I'm down to 10 rows or less. And then I'll be ready to put the border on it. Oh my goodness, I am just getting so close and so excited. So I'm very happy for that. That's really all that I have going on right now. I am working on a couple of amigurumis, but I have to be honest with you guys. Getting this close to being finished with that mosaic, it is really hard for me to not, I'll sit there and say, okay, you're only going to do 2 or 3 rows, and the next thing I know, I've done 5. So I have to stop, roll it up, put it away, and work on something else. Part of that still is that idea from Grana, hello, finish the project before you do something else. And I've done really good, I honestly have, with setting time aside to work on 2 or 3 projects during the day so that I can see some progress on them. But oh my goodness, guys, that blanket right now, my fingers are itching to get it finished, to see the if nothing else, just to finish out the spring season, so I can see the whole blanket in its entirety. I mean, the border, it's okay. I don't really have to see the border to get that feeling of it's finished. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, it won't be finished till the border's on there, but just to get the main part of the blanket, to see each one of those seasons finally completed. That's what I'm aiming for. So hopefully I'll have that ready for you to see early part of next week. And then, like I said, I've been working on a couple of amigurumis, and then I need to really focus a lot of my time on this basket, because I gotta make 2, not just 1 but 2. So I want to have those finished before I head out to Florida. So anyway, like I said, it's been a while that I've just got on and chit-chatted with you, and I really felt led to do that today. So I do hope that you've stayed throughout this whole video, because I want to take a few moments again to say how much I greatly appreciate every single one of you that come by to see me every time I upload something. It really makes my heart feel good, especially when you leave me a comment to let me know what you liked. Maybe even give me some suggestions, like I said, I do have a project plan for those respun polyesters, but you could always drop an idea, give me something else to maybe think about. But until tomorrow, sometime next week, I'm always uploading my daily devotionals. I do hope that you are enjoying those, but it's been a little hectic here while I've been in my daughter's house, so I haven't been able to drop content or work on tutorials like I normally do. But folks, it's coming. I'll get back into my routine as soon as I get myself settled somewhere. So until tomorrow, folks, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. I love you all for being here. Bye.